Hey everybody. So if you are watching this video, that means you have come to the assignment for the essay planning exercise for the final exam essay here in the week 10 module. Well, the final exam happens in week 11. This assignment is happening in week 10. So hopefully you have already gone through the material in the week 10 module. We did a review on analyzing argument and then analyzing visual argument. And then there was a new lesson on rhetorical analysis essays. That review over analyzing argument and analyzing visual argument is very important in order to prepare you for the final exam essay. And the lesson on rhetorical analysis essays is super important to prepare you for the final exam essay. This assignment here, the essay planning exercise, is yet another step in helping you prepare for the final exam essay. You are not writing the essay yet. This exercise is just to help you plan your ideas. You will be writing the essay for the final exam in week 11. Okay, this is just a planning exercise. However, that does mean that you need to decide what you're going to write the final exam essay on. You have 5 options to choose from. You have the families and phones image, the poster from the week 2 discussion, the moms demand action poster from the week 3 discussion, the maiden form ad from the week 6 discussion, the girls say yes poster from the week 8 discussion, and the AIDS prevention poster from the week 9 discussion. You can find these visuals again because I know the discussions have already closed, but the visuals are listed under the options for final exam essay tab here in the week 10 module. So right before the homework tab, there's a tab that says options for final exam essay. If you click on that, the sub-tabs, each one contains one of those visuals that I just listed. So you do have the ability to see the image again, okay? You also have the ability to go back and re-watch my follow-up video to each of those posters. And you still have access to the journal, the follow-up journal entry that you wrote after watching my follow-up video to each of these posters. So you have already done some thinking about each of these options. So now you need to choose one of them to work with, just one. Choose one of those 5 to write about for your final exam essay. In the PowerPoint on rhetorical analysis essays, there was a 7-step process for you to go through to help prepare you to write an essay, looking at all the elements of an argument so that you can start gathering your ideas so you'll have stuff to choose from when you analyze the argument, what you're going to include in your essay. And that is pretty much what we're going to do for this planning exercise. Your responses to this do not have to be in complete sentences. Listing and just getting your ideas on the screen is good enough, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to perform a brief trace analysis of your image. So remember, trace, text, reader, author, constraints, exigence. You can review that in the week 1 module, okay? Write those down. Just jot your ideas, well, type them out. Jot your ideas down. After you've done that, you're going to write down what you think is the argument or the claim that's being presented in the image you have chosen. Then, what kind of examples or evidence are being used in your image? There may not be a whole lot, because remember, visuals rely a whole lot on pathos. But some of them may have text on the image as well, words. And so those words could be in the form of facts or statistics or things like that. So there could be some examples and evidence, some logos being used in the visual. Get those down. Next, what other appeals are being used? Especially look at ethos and pathos, right? Write down whatever you feel is present in your visual that relates to ethos or pathos. Then the next thing you'll do, does the image engage the opposition in any way? Is there any hint at what an opposing claim might be? If so, is it addressed in any way? Is it handled in any way? Has the claim been qualified already because they knew what the opposition would say? Have they conceded any kind of point already? Is there a direct mention of the opposition? And if not, is there a subtle address to the opposition? Then, what values and assumptions do you detect? All right? So we've already discussed a lot of this when we did the weekly discussion on each image. So you already have some groundwork here. You already have a starting place. Now you need to go a little bit deeper and really get into what is happening in the image. And that's all you have to do for this essay planning exercise. Just those 7 steps, just jotting, or 6 steps, sorry, just jotting down your ideas onto the screen. This is for your benefit. Yes, I'm going to look over it as you submit them. I'm going to be taking a look. And if I feel like you're way off the mark, I'm going to give you feedback real quick so that you can maybe switch gears and take another look before it's time to actually do the essay. I am like 99% certain, though, that everybody is at least going to be on the right track, only because we have already worked with all 5 of these images in the past. So more than likely, I'm going to read these assignments as you submit them, the essay planning exercises. I'm going to read them as you submit them, and I'm going to give you feedback saying this sounds great, you're heading in the right direction. Yay, that's what we're aiming for. When it comes time to do the final exam essay, hopefully you have saved this assignment onto your computer or onto your flash drive. You could even get to it through Brightspace again. You can use it when it's time to write the final exam essay, right? This is your groundwork. This is your pre-writing. This is your everything that you would do to make sure that you're writing a solid essay. So use it for that as well. Submit it as close as you can to the due date, this exercise, this planning exercise, so that you do get my feedback before it's time to start working on the final exam. But just make sure you do it, though, because again, it's really just to help you. So that's what this exercise is for you to really start thinking about whichever image you have chosen to work with, to refamiliarize yourself with it. Go back to the follow-up video and the follow-up journal for the image that you've chosen. Type up your answers to these 6 steps, and remember, they don't have to be complete sentences. I'm not looking for good writing on this exercise. I'm looking for good ideas. I'm looking to make sure that you are headed in the right direction and that you're not missing something big, right? So use it to your advantage, and then use it to your advantage when it comes time to actually do the final exam essay. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. Otherwise, just do your best, and just think that if the more work you put into this planning exercise, the less work and less stress you'll have completing the final exam essay. All right, so do your best. And if you have any questions, please let me know right away.